Hi, I'm Tina,
I'm Emily
and we're here from SUNY New Paltz.
at the Woodstock Film Festival.
We're about to go into the Bearsville Theater to watch Against the Current.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't have any specific thing you're supposed to feel this, or I want you to think this. It's up to you, you know. So whatever you get out of it, whatever you put into it, and whatever you want to interpret it is fine with me. Yes.
First, great film.
Thank you.
Secondly, was it hard to get permits and authorization to film? Like, it's different filming on the water than it is filming in the streets of New York?
Yeah, I mean, sure that added an element. I wasn't personally involved in that. A lot of it was our production. I mean, our location manager, who was Michelle Baker, local woman. So she did a great job and worked with our marine coordinator and worked with all that, getting it coordinated. Yes?
What was your shooting schedule?
It was, we shot about exactly 2 years ago. We shot from September 10th through October 6th or something. It was 22 days. And about 8 of those were on water. It was tough, very short. Yes?
Was the camera the steady camera? You obviously in a boat. The camera was pretty stable. So what was the rig?
You know, a lot of times just kind of holding it. There was various rigs and various things, and it wasn't as much as a problem as we thought it was. I think, you know, you kind of, if you're both moving, it kind of works out. There's a couple of things where we use this underwater camera towards the end where he's coming into the harbor, and that's just putting a cameraman in the water with this little thing. Yes? Hi.
I wondered, I mean, I loved everything. I loved it. It was so beautiful.
Thank you.
It broke my heart at the end. It's so sweet. And I loved with good friends. Dear, they found him. And but I identified with them so much that I wanted to swim out with him. And then have him, you know, and then I would hope, of course, that he would want to save me.
Right,
And
right.
come back.
Right.
I thought, you know, if they both have gone out, it's a different end.
Right, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it could also be very moving and very truthful to the characters.
It perhaps could, yeah, absolutely. Yes? Hey. Thank you.
So to that, to follow up that conversation, that comment, was there ever a discussion, not the end, either an internal discussion between yourself, or as people arrived and signed up?
No, really, not really. You know, that was the ending as written. That's what we shot, and you know, there was no real. You know, it wasn't like the producers and the financiers were supportive of that ending, and so you know, we had plenty of fights at a lot of things, but that wasn't one of them. Everything else we fought about. Yes.
How did you get Mary Tyler Moore? She was
You know, I think she responded to the material, you know, and if you catch somebody at the right time, and you know, we don't have a lot of money to pay people, but she doesn't need money, and I think she just thought it was a nice, juicy role that wouldn't, you know, and Shatner's, you know, she's sort of familiar with this area and lived in Millbrook for years, so it worked out. Yes?
I thought it was a beautiful film. I especially loved the score.
Yeah. Hopefully someday it will be. That was Anton Sanko did a wonderful, wonderful job. When I sit through the movie, I'm just there for the score. You know, I never get tired of listening to that. So I was very pleased with that. And that was of course, the last thing we put in there. So it's great. Yes. Well, what we're going to do after this is we're doing it in conjunction with the Hudson Valley Programmers Group. We're going to be going all over the Hudson Valley. So, tomorrow night we're in Rhinebeck as part of the festival, but then on Sunday we're in Albany, and then we're going to be in Hudson, we're going to be in Saratoga Springs, and Rosendale. So if you look at our website, againstthecurrent.net, or find us on Facebook, you'll see all these other opportunities, and then eventually be on IFC films, video on demand and DVD through them, starting in, I guess, first quarter. Yes?
I have two questions. Were you thinking of the quadricentennial when you wrote it?
Absolutely not. I wrote this thing in 2002, so.
And how geographically accurate is it?
Well, sometimes not at all, sometimes perfectly. We started at the beginning and ended at the end, but, there's other things where we jumped around, a mix and matching. Yes?
The actor who played his friend.
Oh.
Live at the end, because make the film anyway.
What's that?
You have agreed to let him live at the end, that choice. How significant was that?
Would I have agreed if, what do
Let
you,
him live, it's gonna be-
you mean, are you saying if somebody forced that ending on me?
If he chose to live at the end, would you have, that, you meant to go anyway, or was that really significant for the whole thing?
Well, I mean, this is the story I wrote. That's not my thing, is it? Yes, it is. I mean, there's always some idiot who has one of these friggin'. Now I'm the idiot who has it. Sorry about that. Yes.
Continue from that question, was the suicide the starting point? Was the suicide the starting point?
For the origin of the story, I don't even remember. It's also I don't have it really mapped out so well. I don't think of it. It's more of an intuitive process, so I can't really remember. Yes.
I was wondering about the actor who played his friend. I've seen him on the Showtime series Weeds.
Mm-hmm.
When you wrote this, it just seemed perfect. I was wondering if you had him in mind. He seems like a really funny guy.
I didn't have him in mind, but I was very happy he did the film. No, he didn't. One line in the bar maybe. That was about it. And he was great to work with, Justin Kirk. Yeah, he's fine. Anybody else? Yes.
What was the budget for the film, and was it shot on who shot the film?
It was shot on 16 millimeter film, and the budget was, I don't know.
Come on.
Anybody else? Yes.
Another question. You mentioned that you wrote it in 2002, so were you trying to get a distributor all that time, or?
We're trying to get financiers, basically, not 24/7 every day, but it's just trying to get it going. And it's hard. Someday, hopefully, I'll make another one. It'll probably take another 7 years. But well, thank you again for all coming out. Appreciate it.
Where do you think the future of independent filmmaking is going?
I assume it's going in the direction it's been going in for several years, which is more and more people making films, and I think it's easier to make films. You have much more choice of mediums, it's cheaper. So I think we're going to see more and more of this. Unfortunately, what you're going to see is it's harder to get it out there to people. There's just too many choices. So, but I think we'll continue to see more films made.
What do you think it means to be fiercely independent?
Fiercely independent, it's just trying to make something you believe in your heart, and not trying to, cater to some sort of Hollywood mindset.
And how do you feel about the 10th anniversary of the Woodstock Film Festival?
I think it's great. And it's a great festival. Mayor's been wonderful. She invited this film up, and it's great to show our film here. So it's a perfect convergence of film and festival.
That's all for tonight. Catch us later when we continue with the Woodstock Film Festival.